Welcome to the Happy You're Here podcast. I'm so happy you're here. It's Ayana. I'm so excited to record. I'm just excited to run my mouth and yap. So a little peeking behind the curtain, a little behind the scenes. I recorded this episode, and then I listened back to it and I was like, this is actually trash. And we're all about quality over here. So I scrapped that episode and here we are today. I think it was trash, or I guess it was all over the place because I recorded it as a means of distraction. Recorded it before I had a job interview. It was a virtual interview at 3 p.m. And I literally, to my core, hate afternoon job interviews. I feel like all day long, I'm just waiting for the interview to happen. And then it happens and it's so underwhelming. It's so anticlimactic. And I'm just so sad. I used to do that so much in college. I would hype up so much going to this guy's apartment. And then I'd get there and I'd talk to him and I'd just be so disappointed. I'd be like, this is actually so lame. Why am I even here? I want to leave right now. It'd be not, I don't even know. I do that all the time. I need to probably work on that and not stop hyping stuff up. Yeah, so I'm recording this episode on Father's Day. So happy Father's Day to all the dads, all the fathers out there. Happy birthday, Jeremiah from Love Island. I'm not even watching Love Island, but I'm seeing all the lore about it. I think her name is Huda or something. I don't know. And she has a mom. She has a mom. Yeah, she does. She is a mom. She has a daughter, and she announces it she's the first person on earth to be a mother. It's ridiculous. She says she's a mommy instead of saying oh, I have a daughter. I don't know, just the way that she says it, it's so dramatic. And I think his name is Nick. She told Nick that she is a mommy, and and he was like, oh, your mom of what? A dog? Or your mom in real life? It was just so funny. And I think Jeremiah was like, oh, but you're 24. What do you mean? And there are teenagers out here who are moms. What are we doing? And then their reaction is just funny. But low-key, I feel I kind of understand. Kind of. There's nothing wrong, of course, having children young. But their reactions are funny. Just because, I don't date men who have children. I would love, and I'm so excited to be a mom and to have kids, though. But yeah, guys with kids, typically, I've never dated a guy who has kids, and I've never really dealt with a guy who I really liked, and then he had kids. So I don't really know anything about that. But I definitely understand their reaction. It's so funny. Yeah. So Father's Day. My dad, he doesn't celebrate Father's Day. He doesn't celebrate Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, anything like that. And when he told me that, I was younger, and I was like, huh? What do you mean you don't why not? And then he was like, well, just because someone, said oh, this day in February means that you should really, appreciate and love your partner doesn't mean that I'm obligated to do so. And I was like, wait a minute, that's actually so tea. And then he was like, and on top of that, he's never received a Valentine's Day gift. I just think men, this is a big generalization, but I think it's not crazy to say that men typically don't really receive Valentine's Day gifts. And my mom is such a sweetheart. When I have 3 brothers, so when we were younger, she would make sure to give me a Valentine's Day gift, and then also my brothers a gift. Super sweet, just candy or whatever cute little things that she would make for us. And I know going into my next relationship, I'm definitely going to make sure that my boyfriend, husband, fiance, whatever, that he I get him a gift. That's something that means a lot to me. After hearing that from my dad and kind of realizing that, and yeah, men typically don't get a gift. And on the other side, I'm do men deserve anything? Do men deserve anything actually? No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I understand that a lot of holidays. So Easter, Easter, well, 4th of July to an extent. A lot of these holidays, it's just consumerism. It's capitalism. It's just gonna be able to buy a whole bunch of stuff. And I'm just oh, which I guess the Easter, for example, like I love Easter, but I love like the colors, like Easter colors. I love Easter outfits. I love Easter baskets, Easter icons. Like I like the consumerism part of Easter, but like the actual reason and like the religious aspect of Easter, I'm just like, oh, okay, because I'm not religious, I don't know. A lot of holidays, just like someone just came up with, well, okay, because Thanksgiving Day is like the pilgrims and stuff, and then like Easter is like, yeah, and then 4th of July. So yeah, well, I'm talking about like Valentine's Day. That's what I'm talking about. Like the more just random days, and someone was like, well, isn't Valentine's Day about like Saint Valentine? You know what? I was like, actually, should I do some research before I start running my mouth? No, never. Just kidding. But maybe I might. Dang. Maybe I might. But still, though, even St. Valentine, it's just like isn't that just like he was like, oh, this is the day that you should like really appreciate? Like every day, I guess who's to say it? People aren't doing it every day, like, and it's just like, oh, on this day, it's just like heavy, like appreciation for like your mom or like, on Mother's Day. I'm like saying this and I'm like thinking it like through out loud. Dang. Okay. Well, let's move on to recession indicators. I feel like that's been like such a buzzword lately on social media. And I'm like, well, I think we've been in a recession probably since like 2022, 2021. Like, I don't think it's anything new. But these are my recession indicators. Beyonce being on tour, recession indicator. Beyonce having a hair care line, recession indicator. And I mean, like, of course, she's going to have multiple streams of income, But yeah, she was literally just on tour for Renaissance, and now she's on tour again for Cowboy Carter. Everyone in that family is working their butt off. Like, I guess, is Jay-Z working? Does Jay-Z need to work? I feel like I talked about this before on the podcast. I can't remember. Yeah. Another recession indicator, Phineas and Ferb is back on. So I think I saw somewhere that Phineas and Ferb, they stopped making episodes because they wanted to end on a high note. Cough, cough. Greg's Anatomy, take some notes. I'm pretty sure that show still comes on. Days of Our Lives, does that still come on? I feel like there's a lot of seasons of that. It just gets to a point where like the episodes, the storylines are ridiculous. They're outlandish. What's another show? 911. I don't know if there's a lot of seasons of that show, but the storylines are so stupid, like just unbelievably. I don't know. I guess that's the point, right? I'm assuming it has to be the point, because I remember I watched this one episode and it was like the fire department accidentally ate brownies that were laced with like marijuana, and it was like, what? This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Maybe I just don't enjoy fun TV, because it's supposed to be like, fun, crazy, what the heck kind of storylines. And I'm just sitting here like, this is stupid. Like, why would anyone watch this on purpose? Whenever I do watch it, though, it's definitely like background noise. But like, I'm also hate watching it at the same time because I just think it's so stupid. Please cancel. Please cancel this show. What's another recession indicator? Five Guys, the restaurant, the franchise, the fast food franchise restaurant. They have a combo meal, recession indicator. I think it's like $13. Like, what's going on? Recession indicator, the men have no money. The men aren't spending money on the girlies. I'm sure they're spending it. Now, like, I've dealt with a selfish man, I'll say, before. Not very long, of course, because what's going on here? So, statistically, it's a proven fact. Men make more. So why, would I ever go 50-50 with a man? I wouldn't. I don't. I haven't. I'm not going to. And so the guy who was selfish, I'm not going to say that we talked, because I think the talking stage is stupid and like dumb. So I guess like we were getting to know each other. I don't know, which I guess talking stage and getting to know each other are kind of like interchangeable. But like some people get to know each other for a year. They get to know each other for months. Like, I think a month or two max, you should be like getting to know someone before you decide like, hey, we're going to be together, or hey, let's just be friends, or hey, we can just like not be in each other's lives. I don't think it takes that long. And this is coming from someone who used to be super like non-committal and like really bad like commitment issues. And now I realize like, yeah, like you shouldn't be texting, hanging out with someone for 3 months. Like that's just way too long. And I think it's also huge because they know, like guys know probably within a week, probably even less than that. They know like kind of where they see you in their life. So you're just kind of like allowing them to like drag you along, unless of course like you're cool with that, you know. This is a whole separate tangent. But anyways, the guy that I was getting to know, yeah, he told me that all his previous relationships, like 5 or 4, which I think is insane. Like with 4 or 5 different girlies, you were going 50-50 with them. And they were like doing it. Like, I mean, some people, of course, are like perfectly fine doing that, but me, definitely not. When I know that you as a man make more than me, like, what do I look like doing that? But yeah, he would always like talk about having so much money. No one, like, I never asked, I never do. And I was just like, okay, like, whatever. But it's like, if I don't see you spending that money on me, then I truly don't think you have money. Or you do, and you're just selfish. And I'm not a selfish person. I'm not going to be with someone who's selfish. So that just, it's not going to work. And it didn't work, of course. Like, we're not getting to know each other anymore. Not necessarily like that wasn't the reason. That was a reason, but there were like a few different reasons. But anyways, the men aren't spending money on the girlies. Like at the club, at the bars, they're just not buying drinks. They're real selfish. The men have no money. The men have no jobs. Like, and then on top of that, entry-level jobs are non-existent. They're non-existent. And I think, like Indeed, LinkedIn, 90% probably of those job listings are fake. I think companies are obligated to post like job openings, and they, I guess, aren't obligated to hire someone, which doesn't make sense. It's like everybody's hiring, but no one's getting hired. It's just like so frustrating, and I hate that for people looking for jobs. I hate that for me so much. I feel like my life now is literally like eat, sleep, breathe, apply for jobs. Eat, sleep, breathe, look for jobs. Like, it makes me so sick to my stomach. I hate it. And I graduated college in 2023. It's 2025, you know. 2024, I lived abroad, but I was still like kind of looking at jobs, you know. I guess definitely towards the end of like my time living abroad, but definitely I think also like halfway there, I was like still kind of just getting an idea of what the job market, like kind of preparing myself to come back to live in the US. And I'm happy that I came back. I left for a few reasons. Like I left South Korea. I wasn't making enough money, especially for someone who has a degree. I know there's like money to be made. And just a lot of things that didn't bother me when I first got there started to bother me, like teaching, like public transportation, like not really knowing the language. It just like the longer I was there, the more I was like, actually, this isn't fun. let me leave. But yeah, non-existent. Entry-level positions are just non-existent. And you know, each year the pool of people graduating grows, right? There's more and more people looking for entry-level positions, but I feel like the number of entry-level positions aren't increasing. So it's just increasingly more competitive and more difficult to get these entry-level positions. And then on the other side, there are entry-level positions, but they're asking for like 5 years of experience. And I'm just like, well, that's not entry-level then, is it? You know, or like even I think 3 years is like too much. Like an entry level position asking for 3 years. You know, like I don't know. Yeah. So moving on. Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively, their Kate, what am I talking about? Their court case was dismissed by the judge. So what's the movie that they were in? I guess where all the allegations came from. It Ends With Us, which that's a Colleen Hoover book that they turned into a movie. I didn't read the book. I'm not going to read the book. I didn't see the movie. I'm not going to see the movie. I'm not on Justin's side. I'm not on Blake's side. Yeah. I don't know. I guess it's super messy, and it's basically like PR versus PR, like his PR versus her PR, and seeing like who can bury who better kind of thing. And just like them creating these narratives. So, and I guess like they could bring up, I guess one could like do a lawsuit against the other, and then like the other could countersue. But yeah, I just thought it was like pretty interesting that the case itself was dropped. Moving on to Call Her Daddy, Alex Cooper. I feel like I need to like go to Chat GPT. Oh my god, Chat GPT. I saw a TikTok that was like, Chat GPT is shutting down or something like that. I don't know. I didn't look into it, and I'd have to like try and find the TikTok again. Honestly, I think that'd be good. Chat GPT has allowed for me to like not use my brain. Like I'd say 70% of the time. I just like, let me go ask ChatGPT. Like simple, stupid questions. I will ask ChatGPT. Open the school. I need to go to school. Go back to school, or something, and like force me to think for myself, or something. What was I saying? ChatGPT. Yeah, Alex Cooper. So I'm like, I probably should go on ChatGPT and ask them like how to become the next Alex Cooper. Because like that's kind of the goal. Like, so she has a documentary right now on Hulu. It's a 2-part documentary. I think it's like an hour each. Yeah. Call Her Daddy. So I listen to it here and there, not like when she has solo episodes, which I think is so funny because this is a solo episode. But I listen when she has like when she interviews people that I like care about, I guess. She had an interview with what's her name? I think of her name. Her last name is Diaz, I think, question mark, and she was with Austin McBroom. I can't remember her first name, but she was on Call Her Daddy, and the stuff with Austin, and I feel like her name starts with a C. Oh my god. Oops. I don't know. No. I don't know. Her last name is Diaz. She dated Michael B. Jordan. What is her name? I feel like it does. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah. I didn't watch that episode, so I don't even really know why I brought that up. But I think Her Daddy, like their start at Barstool and there because the podcast and originally was it was Alex and Sophia, and then Alex and Sophia had like a falling out, which that lore is so interesting. I remember I watched like a 3-part TikTok about it or something. It was so good. And I think Sophia has her own podcast. Do I listen to it? No. But yeah, I think basically what happened, yeah, Sophia and Alex started the podcast together, and then as the podcast grew in popularity, I think Alex was doing like most of the editing and Sophia wasn't, I think, and then Alex just kind of okay, and then Barstool like offered them a deal together, and then Sophia like had more demands, like increasingly more demands, in order to accept this like deal with Barstool, and then Alex was like, she kind of undercut Sophia, and she was like, you know what, I'll do the deal for the original asks, I guess, and just me though. And then Barstool was like, boom, you have a deal. And then Sophia was gone, and it was just Alex. But yeah, does Emma Chamberlain have a documentary? Someone should get on that. You know what, I'll make it, guys, don't worry. Let me think. So Sophia, Emma Chamberlain has a coffee company, I think, Chamberlain Coffee. Yup. And then she also has a podcast. Emma Chamberlain does, which I don't listen to. I'm pretty sure what am I talking about? I'm pretty sure it's called Anything Goes. I think the last time I listened to it, what's going on? She was talking about her relationship with Ethan Dolan, which that lore is crazy. And then Alex Cooper, she has a drink. I don't know, like, what is it? I think it's an energy drink, but it's called Unwell. And I remember I literally applied to work at Unwell. She was hiring in some kind of like capacity. And I don't know, no, I'm about to like talk trash about the job, like a company that I applied to work at, but I wouldn't drink something that has Unwell on it, just like I wouldn't drink, something that says liquid death, even though it's just water. Like, just something about that is weird. I like the branding of Unwell and like the activations, the marketing, like it all looks cool, but like the brand name is just like funky to me. I wouldn't drink that. I don't drink that. Yeah. Yeah, where was I even going with that? I don't even know. Yeah, okay. So moving on to Grant, who was the last Bachelor, and he picked Juliana. They broke up. Who's shocked? No one should be shocked. Like, it didn't seem like they were happy together, so I hope that they're happier apart, They announced this like breakup separately on their Instagram stories, which I think kind of says something, kind of not, that they didn't do like a joint, post. I think, Grant, get in that studio. Now is your chance. Now is your time to really focus on music and grow that career, because his music is catchy. Like, I don't know, I think he could do it, and now there's no like focusing on this relationship with Juliana. So boom, now you have the time to get into the studio. Grant, yeah, Latia, like the runner-up, definitely dodged a bullet. Like, I think if he would have picked her, they also would have broken up. I don't think that would have lasted either. He just doesn't seem like he is looking for or wants a life partner now. I don't know how old Grant is. Not that it super matters, but yeah, I don't know. So, switching to Bachelor in Paradise, the cast was released. I think 10 people that I saw, or I guess I'm just going to go through the people that I saw. Okay, so Alex from Grant season will be on Paradise. It makes sense for her to be on Paradise. I kind of thought that she would go, or I thought that she would have gone a little bit farther on Grant season. It didn't really seem like she liked Grant, and Grant didn't really seem like he liked her, though. So I guess, like, why would she go further? I don't know. It just seemed like maybe the producers would push her along. Bailey, also from Grant season, will be on Paradise. Yeah, I kind of thought another one of, like, the producers would kind of push her along. It didn't really seem like she liked Grant. I don't really think Grant liked her. Brian will be on Paradise. He is from Jen Tran season. I somewhat remember him. I don't know. He just looks goofy to me. I think he is. I mean, I don't know the man, but I think like on Jen season he was like goofy. Dale Moss, the icon from Claire Crawley season, will be on Paradise. I'm so excited to watch him. Oh yeah. I guess it's a spoiler. And I don't want to like spoil people because I saw it. But so like if you don't want to be mini spoiled, then like don't listen. It's not gonna be long though. But I saw on TikTok that Dale Moss was walking on the beach with Kat Izzo. Dale and Kat together. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. We'll see though. That's just what I saw. I guess somebody was like at the resort and they saw them and like walking together. I don't know. Anyways, spoiler over. Hakeem will be on Paradise from Jin Tran season. Hakeem is pretty much just like another version of Justin Glass. Justin Glass, I think, will be not Glass. Justin Glaze. Justin Glass. Justin Glaze, and he's from Katie season. But Justin and Hakeem are the same in the way that they basically, I guess, just like the camera points to them for reactions. Like they would always just like make silly faces, like basically Jim from The Office. And then Hakeem would like narrate like what was going on in the house or group dates and stuff like that. So I mean, good for them for finding a good like little niche role to play and to like get them screen time and have them on the show, because Jen did not like Hakeem, and Katie, no, I think Katie kind of did like Justin a little. I think he made it further than Hakeem did on his season. Justin like stayed on that season longer than Hakeem stayed on the season he was on. Anyways, Jeremy, who was from Jen Tran season, will be on Paradise. Jeremy, he was seen hanging out with Devin, who's literally the devil. Devin from Jen season, and I just think that's such a bad look, and it makes me look at Jeremy sideways. So yeah, I don't know. I don't really care that he's on Paradise, I guess. Jess, whatever. She's from Joey season. She will be on Paradise. She looks like a mean girl to me. I can't remember if she like was a mean girl or if she was a villain. She doesn't give girls. She doesn't give girls. So I guess we'll see. Jonathan, what a weird name, right? Like, I don't know. I guess his parents want it to be different. From Jen season, will be on Paradise. I liked him with Jen. They didn't seem like they would last. If Jen picked Jonathan, they seemed just really like fun, flirty, cute, but like not serious. Speaking of Jen Tran, she was dating Sasha from Dancing with the Stars, and they broke up. I think recently. I never really thought they were together. It didn't seem like a real relationship to me. So the fact that they're not dating anymore, I'm just like, okay. I didn't really think they were together. Like, seriously. Maybe they were together just like for not promotion. I mean, what would it be for? I don't know. Just together to be together, to like make content together and stuff like that. Not like because they actually liked each other. Maybe as friends, but maybe like not. It didn't give like romantic to me, their relationship. So Justin Glaze will be on Paradise from Katie season. Kat Izzo, she's from Zach season, which is actually crazy. But yeah, Kat will be on Paradise. Speaking of Zach, so Zach got married to his pick, Katie, pretty recently. And yeah, Zach he had his own season of The Bachelor. And then Michelle Young, she had her own season of The Bachelorette. She recently also got married to, I don't know his name, but he's not like from the Bachelor franchise. He wasn't on her season. I want to say his name is Jack. So, I mean, yay, congrats for them. Who else? Kyle will be on Paradise. I literally don't know who Kyle is. I don't know, like, what season he was on or, like, whose season he was on. Who knows? Not looking it up. Don't want to. Lexi from Joey season will be on Paradise. Lexi, I remember her and Joey were basically, like, on different timelines. She wanted to have kids sooner because of like a health issue. I'm pretty sure endometriosis. So I'm really excited to like watch her on the beach, and hopefully she's able to find someone and honestly like have kids soon. Like I want that for her. She seems like a sweetheart. Oh, Ricky. I don't even know who Ricky is or like what season he's from or whose season, but he will be on Paradise. Oh my goodness. Sam, I think his last name is like McKinney. I don't know what his last name is, but he is from Jen Tran season. He is like the president, the king, the mayor of like asshole city, like F-boy city. I don't he's just like, he is something else. I'm so excited to watch him on the beach. And then Spencer from Jen's season will be on the beach. Spencer gives like he's cosplaying as a nice guy, you know, but I feel like he's probably actually like a jerk. Like, I don't know. Something about him just like gives so fake and phony. I don't know. And then Zoe from Grant season will be on The Bachelor. She made it super far. I think she was like top 3 or was she top 3? She made it to overnights. Did she make it to hometowns? Am I crazy? I don't know. In order to make it to overnight, she needs to make it to hometowns, right? I don't know. But she made it super far. And like she didn't like Grant didn't like her. I think she made it far because they just like wanted to have a black girl in his like final 4 or final 3, you know, like kind of thing. But yeah, that's it. That's all I have. Um, thanks for listening. Oh, actually, no, I just had like a small thing. Um, I don't know. I just love Bachelor in Paradise. That's what I was gonna say. I feel like it's Love Island, but like so much better because like you know all the contestants in a sense, like in some kind of capacity, in the sense that I'm just kidding, in some kind of capacity because like you've already seen them like on their season or like on a previous like another season, and then in Paradise, it's like you really see their true colors. You know, like there's no um like kind of edit for the audience to kind of create there's no like kind of narrative created around them. It's just like them like kind of like being themselves. I don't know. I really love Love Island, but that's it. Yeah. Thanks for listening. Bye.